Welcome back to the Reracked Podcast. I'm Duran. I'm here with my co-hosts Cam and Nelson. And how to overcome it and build confidence.
Listen, especially if you've never been into fitness.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Reracked Podcast. It's your boy Duran. We got Nelson, the mic baby. We got your boy Cam. Yeah. On this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about fitness-related topics. We talk about the mind, the body, the soul, trending topics. We talk about everything, ladies and gentlemen. So what's up, y'all boys?
Everything, baby.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
We'll talk about everything.
Everything.
What's up, boys? How was your week? How was your week? How was your week, Daron? How was your week, Cam?
My week was so crazy.
Man, it's hot in Miami this week. It was hot.
Super duper hot.
Yeah, I can feel it.
It's super duper hot right now. The studio is very hot. The AC is not here yet. And so we sweating. Cameras are overheating. PC is overheating. Everything overheating.
Everything is overheating.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
It's Memorial Day weekend, yes. And it's a pleasure to be here with you guys today.
Hey, my dog. What's up, baby? What we talking about today? What we getting into? What we getting into
Boats
today?
and hoes? No, I'm just kidding.
We got
Boats and hoes.
I got a couple questions. What's something your body has taught you that your mind didn't want to hear? You know, pain, injury, burnout, or personal growth through physical signals.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Shit. What's something your body has taught you that your mind didn't want to hear?
Slow down. Slow down and like slow down a little bit. I always have accidents, you know.
Oh, okay.
When I'm rushing, when I'm speeding. So it's like it's hard to, because you have a goal in mind. So if you're really driven for that goal, sometimes you need to let off the gas a little bit. And
that's the same thing over here. The same thing like with me, bro. Like when I go too hard, when I'm just going too hard in the paint, bro, that's when the injuries happen, or that's when like the tendonitis comes back. That's when like my elbows are always feeling tendonitis, you know, from all the mid training that we've done over the years. It hasn't caught up to you guys.
Always.
The mid train, bro.
now they got the puffy ones. So
yeah.
like,
I don't even do the pads anymore. I do the paddles.
Yeah, I think for me it's sometimes my mind gives up before my body, and sometimes I have extra reps. I just have to push through it, and I'm like, man, mentally I was giving up when my body actually was able to push a little harder.
But is it always good to push? Was it always good to like push through the pain?
It's not even pain, because pain is two different types of pains. Pain is the physical, like, oh man, I'm hurt, or like I'm burning. You know, it's sometimes okay. I feel like mentally sometimes I'm giving up, like, oh my God, I'm tired. And when I'm actually able to push a little harder, run a little faster, you know, like if I actually, when I'm in tune mentally with my body, I can push a little harder. So sometimes my body tells me like, we can push a little harder. Don't give up yet. So,
eat mushrooms.
Yeah.
The what? The what?
Eat mushrooms.
What does mushrooms do?
What kind of mushrooms?
Yo, it
Magic
makes you
shrooms?
that much more connected in your body. You feel everything.
Yeah.
Like,
But like if you feel everything,
then you'll be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to, like, my body's telling me like, look, like you're on the brink of burning out. Like for me, shrooms will tell me like, if I'm going to do a certain workout and I'm in that workout and I'm training really hard on it, but then I know that there's something off in my body, like I have a prior injury and it's like my body's like, yo, focus on this.
You
And
think
I'm like,
you think it creates a better mind and muscle connection?
yeah, you're completely connected on it for sure.
Okay.
Like
Enhances your sensors.
dude, yeah, and it like you kind of get in like a flow state. Like I've said before, I feel like you get in a flow state with shrooms, and you're just so in tune vibrationally with your body. Like you feel every tendon, every muscle fiber, and you just feel like you're in the zone.
Just high as fuck, basically.
I personally will be so scared of like doing shrooms. Like I just don't. I know everybody's kind of like microdosing, and I know Cam, hats off to you, bro. But I feel like I'll take a little bit too much, and then just
The next thing you just
In
like
the corner, like,
in a fucking corner on your knees, like
I'm like, dude, I'm like,
make it stop.
you know what I'm saying? So with me, like, I know there's a lot coming out to light with the shrooms and the benefits as far as like an antidepressant as well. Yeah. So if it works for you, it works for you. But that, honestly, bro, you can't just even like a little micro dose. I won't be able to do it. No, Nelson, what's up with you? You do a pop a shroom, little microdose?
I don't know. Like I had to do it with like if I were to like start like dipping my toes into something like that, I would have to do it with somebody like Cam. So it has to be monitored kind of thing. Like, yo, do this much, and we try to do my workout, and I see how I feel. Like, oh, I didn't feel as much. So next time we'll do a little more and a little more. I wouldn't just go by myself. Be like, oh yeah, let me just grab shrooms and fucking put up my mouth full of shrooms in my mouth.
I cannot picture myself taking like a little shrooms, even if it's a microdose. I know I'm shrooming, and then going to like a gym.
like, dude, it makes you like a microdose of it makes you kind of like socially, you're even more yourself. Like, there's a fine line. Like, you could take a little bit more, and then you're more introspective. You don't want to talk to anybody. Then you're awkward.
Yeah.
Or you could take like a very minimal dose, and it makes everything that much more vibrant. Like, it would make colors more vibrant. Like the colors right here, that orange would be that much more vibrant. That green would be that much more vibrant.
And then you're vibing. Then you're vibing. Then you're like, oh, yeah.
But then you're fully present. Like I think that's probably where I should have started off with that. I'm so present when I'm working out. It makes me present. I don't think about
anything else.
Yeah, I don't think about what somebody's looking at me for in the gym. I don't think about this. I don't worry about anything else besides being present in that moment with that movement. And that's all I focus on.
Yo, that's crazy, because one of the biggest things that I battle with when I work out is like, I'm working out, but I'm like, I want to be doing something else, or I'm thinking about like doing something else. So I can't really like turn my mind off for that 1 hour or those 30 minutes, however long I'm working out. I can't turn my mind off. That's one of the hardest things that I deal with. Like, I don't know, I think it's like the ADD in me, you know what I'm saying? That I just want to do like the next thing.
Yeah.
You know, I can't, you know.
You can't be completely present on your workout.
I cannot be completely present. Like, that's one thing that I struggle with when I'm like at the gym doing weights. Like, if I'm at Muscle Beach, I'm kind of like talking with my friends, and I'm talking to like, you know, everybody else. So it's kind of like, it's pleasant to like work out and then, you know, have that chat. And when I'm running, because when I'm running, I got a distance I got to go to, and then I got to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy that you say that, because that's one of the biggest things that I deal with. But I still won't pop a shroom.
Bro, come on. We could do a team. We could do a team like micro shroom.
Do it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And I'll like, we could do it. Us three, we could work out, because even if you did feel any type of way, it's just us three. So
yeah, but what if I like start like running away, or like so like
you can do it. Put a leash on you,
and then like you guys
put like one of those like harness, one of those harnesses like for the kids.
Imagine you just go fucking light speed now. You're like, I didn't know I could unlock this level.
Yo, and then I'll just no, but that is a big thing coming out, and I'm gonna wait until they stabilize the microdosing, whatever they're giving out. They stabilize the chemical a little bit more, maybe, or like, I don't know. Just let there be a little bit more studies before, you know. But piggybacking off of that question, have you ever used training to escape something emotionally, and did it help or hurt?
All the time. Mentally, all the time. I used to use just physical training to escape all of my issues.
Pain.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to put myself through so much pain that I didn't want to think about my life, my past, anything. Like, so I was always, that's when I was like doing all this endurance training, because when you're cycling, you got to cycle. Like, when you're going to run, you got to run. When you got to bike, I mean, when you got to swim, you got to swim. When you want to weight train, you got to weight train. So I was always doing something, because I didn't want to think, because at the end of the day, I was so exhausted, and life couldn't catch up to me. I was sleeping and then work, train, relationship, relationship. Like, there was no time for me to actually think about the past or life or face your demons kind of situation.
But like, if you kind of do that and you don't face your demons,
it catches up to you.
does it ever did it ever
It
catch
does.
up to you?
They do. And when they do, it's heavy. It's
And
very
then,
heavy.
And then what do you do?
Try to stay alive. You try to legit. You try to stay alive.
But like I mean I'm for it's like the David Goggins, like you could work out to a point where it's like you're inflicting so much like pain and like you're doing negative to yourself. Like where's the limit?
I think it gets to a point that your body breaks down, and then your body forces you, or you can call it the universe. It's like it's time. There's no more running away from this, and you gotta face your demons.
Yeah.
Like it's either do it now or something bad is gonna happen. That's when I guess the supernatural kind of intervenes. For me, it happened during 2020 during the pandemic. That I was forced to stay home, and it was like, shit. Now I have to face my demons. It was heavy, man.
That was a crazy time, bro.
That was a crazy time.
That was honestly like just you feel like there's nothing else happening in the world, and it's just like it's you and yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So you see, like we were all forced to kind of like, okay, what am I doing? Yeah, pause. We're talking about like pause. You know, like your body was telling you pause. If not, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
For me, I was just like going. Also, I was forced to stop, and now I have to look myself in the mirror and be like, all right, so what's up now? I'm here. Let's have a chat.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat. That was a heavy chat. So
It's like you take yourself to the edge with training.
yeah.
To the point where you do hit the wall, and that wall has a mirror.
Yeah. And it's you. It's you, your inner child, your past, your family, everything you were avoiding or running away from for many years. I mean, now it's like it gets to a point that you recognize when the demons are there, and now you use it as a fuel. Like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm not going back to that person anymore. So now I'm using that as fuel to become a better person and a better athlete. So now you use it as a fuel. Before I was escaping from them, so I use exercise to escape from them. So yeah.
No, but bro, it's crazy. Like with me, I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen to you, but like sometimes when I'm like going through something, I go out on a run and I'm running, and then like the only thing that I think about is kind of like what's going on with me.
Yeah.
Like, or like what's going on with me at that time. What's the problem? And I'll just start crying, like running, like I've been running, and then I'll just start pouring out crying, bro. Just like, and I'm just like running, crying. Like that's never like happened to you guys.
So there's I think
Bottles up and
It just bottles up to the point, and I'm just, bro, I let it go, bro. And I let it go. And then honestly, once I start like letting it go, bro, like I get that it's going to be okay feeling.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like sometimes, when your life gets so crazy and like your anxiety gets so high that you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's just, you get to that point, and all you really had to do was go out for a run and release kind of like that energy, that anxiety. And then kind of like, I guess I start crying when I start releasing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
yeah, because it's all bottled up.
It's all bottled
It
up.
forces the pressure. You putting pressure on your body wells it up, sort of.
There was a thing, I don't remember when it was. There was an interview, and there was a panel of big bodybuilders, famous bodybuilders, and somebody asked, I think it was Lou Perigno, the old Hulk, oh, how did you achieve that physique and whatnot? And he's like, and he went deep. He went very deep. He's like, well, I had a lot of like issues growing up as a kid. And he goes to the point, it was like, every bodybuilder in the room has gone through has trauma in them. And everybody raise your hand, has trauma in here. And they all lift their hands. So like, we use bodybuilding as an escape. And that's how you build your physique. You have to, like, it's the fuel that fueled us to become who we are now, And I think there was a study done the other day that like endurance athletes, they said like, oh, they're crazy. You're crazy. And that's not, they're crazy. It's like I was telling you, like, I guess I was such a good endurance athlete because I was trying to run away from my demons. And then most endurance athletes have gone through really rough past or childhoods, if you look at them. And it's like, yeah, you use that as an escape. And you, like you're saying, like, I started running, I started crying because that was my release. And that could have been 2 miles. Before you know, you're like 5 miles, and then you're 10 miles, and then 20 miles, and then 30 miles. And it's because you use it as your therapy.
Yeah.
And then after the run, you're like,
You can breathe.
Yeah, you can breathe. You can breathe.
The runner's high. That's why it's
Yeah,
called.
so you choose you choose your therapy. It could be weightlifting, it could be endurance training, it could be writing. You know, everybody copes with their quote unquote demons a different way. So you got to find you have to find what's the best way for you to cope with your demons. A lot of people do drugs, a lot of people do alcohol. You know,
Yeah, that's like the bad outlets.
that's a bad
you
outlet,
know?
correct?
And now I got a question for you. Now, just off the top of my head, like if somebody is battling with drugs, how can they start using fitness as a better outlet? What would you suggest? Because it's very hard. Because obviously, working out, it's a better outlet.
Yeah.
How do you get somebody that's deep down into like depression, doing drugs, and then how do you get them in the gym? What do you guys think?
Well, like what's when you do drugs? What is it that you feel when you do drugs? What are you chasing when you do drugs?
Some type of high.
Okay.
There's drugs that make you feel everything too, though.
Exactly. So exactly shrooms. But I guess some people do drugs to numb themselves. So I guess for them would be like, first of all, like you have to have a good support system, I believe, because if you're doing this by yourself, it takes a lot of fucking I'll call it self-love for yourself. They'd be like, I'm done with this. I'm going to start doing this. And goes back to what I was saying. You have to find the right support that's going to, help you numb that pain.
Yeah.
And you're going to solve that with alcohol. But it all starts with yourself. You have to recognize it's very hard for you to be like, oh, I'm doing drugs. Let me start working out.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh yeah, I'm fucking shooting heroin. Let me start fucking weightlifting.
The dopamine hit isn't gonna. The dopamine hit won't be the same.
Exactly.
You'll feel better from that dopamine hit. I feel like.
I think it all has to start with yourself. Has to start with the people around you. That they have to see like we want change for you, and it has to be like an intervention type of situation. And like, bro, we've seen the best athletes in the world end up in fucking rehab and stuff like that. So,
I mean, yeah. I think like I think I was speaking to you about it yesterday. That dopamine kind of like runs everything about us. Like,
we chase dopamine.
Yeah, like we wake up in the morning and we chase dopamine. What's the first thing that you do when you wake up? You're on your phone, social media, or you go get that.
Somebody texts you.
You go get that.
Dopamine hit in the morning like that.
Yeah, bro.
That's the thing you should avoid.
How many matches did I get on the dating app? This she's live in my DMs.
No likes.
No likes. Darn it.
Dopamine.
No dopamine.
Straight to the ground. I'm gonna go for a run and cry myself to.
What? Let me take the camera off of me.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
So back to dopamine, right? You wake up in the morning. Our lives are basically driven by dopamine. Like you want to do something, like go work out, because after you feel the dopamine, you want to go work because making money is dopamine. So we chase that dopamine and just make sure that the dopamine that you're chasing is good, and there's a balanced amount of dopamine that you're getting from good organic things. That's where smoking cigarettes gives you like a little kick of that dopamine.
Sure. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of like it's just try to find like dopamine that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like the phone is crazy though. Nowadays, bro, like literally I'll find myself doom scrolling.
Yeah,
dude.
You know what I'm saying? It's incredible, bro.
And then an hour goes by and you're like, what?
It's legit. It's a drug. Yeah. We are addicted to. People can talk about drugs how you want. Like I think your phone nowadays is a drug. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
So I suggest people like the best thing you can do for yourself to get away from that drug is find a hobby. Whatever the hobby is, it could be playing ping pong or playing basketball or
pickle
or pickleball. Paddle, whatever it is, bro. But listen, because for that hour you're off your phone.
Yeah.
And that's a different dopamine release because you're learning something. It could be a martial art. It could be playing video games, bro.
Yeah.
Anything that takes you away from your phone.
And bro, that is very important to do a dopamine detox. Like I like sometimes, first of all, I have the 2-hour timer on my phone where if I'm using any Facebook, Instagram, or like TikTok, like it'll tell me when I'm at 2 hours in a day.
And then that's it. Yeah.
So once I get that notification, like I know that.
Okay, done.
All right, no, it's not that I'm done, that I'm at the 2 hour mark.
Exactly. So
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Where
time
you pump
to
the brakes a little
You
bit.
pump the brakes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's getting too much. Or like I'll be in bed, like when I wake up, wrong camera. When I wake up and I'll be in bed and then I'm still in bed and I hit the 2 hour limit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I just stayed in bed 2 hours, bro.
Fuck.
On IG
Yo,
and
that
YouTube.
would mind fuck me.
yeah.
And
So
then you kind of landslide into the day.
It's no bueno. So I think a dopamine detox is very crucial. Like, for example, I just went to Georgia.
Yeah.
And literally I remember I texted you, I was like airplane mode, bro.
Yeah, of course.
I was in airplane mode. Like once you do a dopamine detox, bro, like we're overstimulated right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, find a hobby, something outside. Get a dog. You know, something that's gonna force you get out of the house. He's like, yeah, I have a dog, but my dog is
Let me
crazy.
tell you, my dog,
My dog's crazy.
my dog causes so much stress in my life.
But at the end,
Not a
it's
stress reliever.
nature. You know, that's why a lot of people are like, oh my god, I can't wait to go on a trip. Like, yeah, like disconnect from everything. Go to the beach. Learn how to surf.
Hug a tree.
Hug a tree. Yeah, hug a tree. Hey, do some shrooms and hug a tree.
Now I'm gonna look like a hippie. The hair is gonna grow all the way back out. And we're
All of
there.
a sudden, what are you doing? I'm listening to the tree talking.
I got a follow-up question.
Next question.
All right. So what's your go-to ritual to reset your mind, body, and energy when life feels off? So this is actually,
Kind of like picking back.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one. Dude. Honestly, I think for me, towards the end of the week, it's I look forward to sitting with you guys. No homo though.
Yeah, not to be sappy though.
Not to be sappy about it.
I think this is like peak.
No,
the pinnacle of the week usually.
And
Like, I'm like, I
and
can't
even
wait to do this.
even if I like, oh man, like for me it's like towards the end of the evening, like just meet up with my friends, you know, like Mika, Alex, you, like we all meet at a kava place and just for that hour that I get to sit with you guys and just talk about how was your day.
yeah.
And put the phone away and just talk about, oh man, this happened today, or like I did this last night, you know, like and just laugh about anything or everything, or just sometimes you have something happen to you that day or the night before, and then you have a bottle in, and you're like, I've had people or even myself like, just don't repeat this, bro. I'm going through X, Y, Z, and just that release and just being present with your friend. It's like, I guess, like a detox, you know,
100%.
because that human connection that we all need, that we're not having, because like you said, we're so like addicted to our phones and to electronics and to like just everything else. So for me, the detox is like meeting with my friends.
Vibing with the boys. Honestly, that's very, even when we play Call of Duty, like Call of Duty, you know, like me as the Muscle Beach, being outside.
I think for Cam is riding his motorcycle.
Oh my God, bro. When I had a motorcycle, bro, that feeling.
I think for you it's your motorcycle. Am I right or not?
Yeah. It's the peace. It's the peace. Like, it's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me, the wind, and like, no matter what's going on, you're forced to be just kind of present with yourself. But it lets your mind wander. Dude, like, I'll just go on a long ride. I'll go on a long ride just out west. And, dude, you just have the straight road. It's just you and the road.
And you can't be on your phone.
Yeah, you can't be on your phone for a second. So like, it's just that. I'll usually have like one little earbud in my right ear, and then I'll listen to some like music that like just kind of lets my mind wander. Dude, that's therapy for me.
There you go. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope, bro. I miss riding. I'm not gonna lie. Like I miss the ride, but you know what I'm saying. But now I'm scooter life. Not even scooter. I'm like, you know, speed limit life.
Well, you're a dad, so.
Yeah. All right. Next question. All right. How do you protect your energy when you're surrounded by negativity? It could be either online or in the gym or just in life, at work. You know, there's so much. There's like we're in a world full of ego and so much noise. Like, how do you protect your energy?
I think is you have to set boundaries and you have to respect your own boundaries. You have to set your own boundaries and you have to respect them. Period. If you feel like the room is going a certain way, you either have the power to change the conversation or step away. That's it. Simple. Hey, I gotta go. Something came up.
Yeah.
Step away.
Yeah, sometimes people need to be people kind of need to be checked on, like when they if somebody's talking really negatively and or they bring up somebody and they want to start gossiping about them, then I'm like, look, man, like, or girl, whoever I'm talking to, I'm like, yo, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
just change the conversation.
We don't need to talk about that.
Change the change the
Like,
topic.
Yeah, change to something that's uplifting or like on a different trajectory than that.
Yeah, what,
It's like the news, man. People want to talk about bad shit.
bro, the news is like, bro, my mom and my dad, all they do is watch the news, and it's like every day they're like, oh my God, you know what happened? But it's like they're constantly feeding themselves like bad news. I always tell my mom, like, yo, mom, stop watching the news. Stop watching the news. Stop watching, Telemundo. Stop watching,
It's programmed to lower your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep you on a low vibration state of mind.
low frequency,
Low
like
frequency, yeah.
like Nelson knows. Cam, you're starting to find out, like, when I kind of like, look, if I have a friend that's going through a tough time and I'm there, I gotta help them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it goes to a point, and because you're their friend, they're gonna kind of be ready for you to help them or not, but you're there by their side, right? Now, let's say the person's not going through any, but the person is just a downer. Anything that you say, they're just a downer. I had a great day. Oh, really? That's nice. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has great days. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, are you serious, bro? Like, so when I know, sometimes like I give the person a chance. You know what I'm saying? But like, you gotta keep away from downers, bro. Like and especially telling them something, because they'll absorb your positive energy, and then they're just a pit of.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you have to set your own boundaries. You have to respect your own boundaries. If you feel the conversation is going a way that you don't like it, you either change the subject. But if they continue to push those boundaries, you're like, oh man, I gotta go. I got something to do. You step away from the conversation, and now and then you, like you said, you give the person again the benefit of the doubt. But if the energy is still the same, and you don't feel that's going to be a positive outcome, you remove yourself from that situation. There are 8 billion people in this world. You don't have to be friends with this person or surround yourself with these kind of people. Might as well just be it by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, though, like sometimes people need the reminder. I mean, I'm guilty of that. I think we all are. Like,
yeah, sometimes.
Getting into like a negative loop, and then and I've had people be like, have had people check me, and then that's why now I'm that much more cognizant of it, because after that person checked me with that, I was like, that has like lingered, that's lived in my head rent free.
Yeah,
and it's like, I'm never gonna speak that way.
Yeah,
I'm always big on positivity, but like, everybody's guilty of falling into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you said,
so checking somebody,
Yeah.
or like being okay with telling somebody, look, like, you shouldn't be speaking that way, or like,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you kind of like I say, you have your limits, your boundaries. Like, you have to respect yourself. That you have to check yourself. And sometimes, like, if you're saying something that was like, okay, enough. No, let's talk about something else. And you're okay, shit, but that's what friends are for. True friends are for.
Yeah.
So other people might feel offended and they'll be like, oh, well, whatever. I'm like, no, bro, I don't want to vibe like that, bro. Like,
yeah,
period.
I want you to help you switch your vibration.
Exactly, bro. 100%.
Make you.
But some people don't want it. Some people, they're like that, bro.
Listen, they're lost.
They're like that.
They're lost. They're lost.
I
I
just
know
don't
who
want
you're thinking about.
I just don't want to hang out with people like that, bro, because we're right now on the grind. We're right now we're on the up and coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say we do hit. When we hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're going to tell this person, and what are they going to say?
Wow, good for you.
I'll slap you in the face. And you see, just even thinking that, now you're on that negative, you know what I mean?
Listen, I have a solution for people that have beef with each other. Just put the gloves on and step up at the ring. step up on the ring.
But you see, if you do that, then you're in that negative.
No.
This is
No,
so
no.
great.
Nah. Because at the end of the day, like, look. If darn it. Look.
I know you have somebody in mind, and I know you probably know.
No,
about
it's like because at the end of the day, like you talked about this. Like sometimes you got to put people in check, and if they don't like to be checked, and you're talking something personal, cool. And you're gonna come at me, perfect. Look, I know how to solve this the old way.
I'm gonna
we'll go to a gym, put your gloves on. I put my gloves on. We solve the issues. We can shake hands after, and you'd be like, you know what? Damn, you were right. I just needed to blow some steam off.
You know what? You know what I love about being able to switch cameras like this? Because you could be talking, and then I could just hit the
Say what? Say what?
with the big eyebrows.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, so your boy is on the mic. I mean, on the switcher. So we got the Nelson, we got Cam, we got your boy.
Widescreen. Whoa, hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm doing the switching because nobody got time to edit, bro. Ain't nobody got time to edit a 1 hour podcast. All right, next question. Are fitness influencers faking progress to sell programs? Like, are these guys expose the shady tactics behind lighting, editing, fake before and afters, and using old footage to pretend they transformed? It goes on so much, and we know it.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, bro. Sex sells. People eat with their eyes. And there's one thing that people don't talk about, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, genetics. There's people out there that have crazy genetics. You know, like, I don't have those kind of genes. So I have to work really hard to get to where I want to be. But there are people out there, they'll sell you like, listen, I got like this, doing this. But if you actually do a little bit of like research, you're like, bro, these guys look like that for the past since he was born.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden they touch a couple of weights and they got so shredded, and they're like, just because they look really good, they're selling shit online, and people, instead of doing like their research, it's like sex sells, bro. It looks pretty, let me buy it. If it looks like that, doing that, I'm gonna buy it. But like, we've seen some of these workouts these guys are doing. Like, what, bro? There's no way. Like, so yeah, sometimes genetics plays a huge factor, and people don't want to say, hey, by the way, listen, I'm genetically blessed. Dude, I'm not promising you.
No one would ever say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, look, I'm genetically blessed. You know, like, I have a really high metabolism. I retain a lot of muscle. You know, I have high testosterone. So for me, when I start working out, I burn fat like crazy, and I get shredded super fast. I'm not doing anything extraordinary. I'm just shooting a lot of trend and Anabon. You know? They're not going to say that shit. You're like, yeah, here, eat chicken and rice and do 10 push-ups a day, and you're going to lose the weight. But like, yeah, awesome, you're great.
That was great. And then you're like,
But it's true. Let's talk about it, bro.
Let's talk
about it, bro. It's true.
It is. It is.
It is true, bro. Like,
I don't think there's too much transparency with like even with the women, especially, bro. Women and their editing, and
dude, the editing is on another
and then
level.
other girls, like my clients will come up to me and they'll be like, yo, look at this girl. Oh my God, I want to do this exercise. She looks like this, and this. And then you kind of look at her, and then you kind of
look at the movement, and you're like, what kind of, no, that doesn't, what? No, stop.
Doesn't mean that she looks like that because she does this movement.
Exactly. The movement has nothing to, what? No.
You know,
it's like, we're doing arm day ass picture. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
You guys got to be careful. There's a lot. You guys know this, but your favorite fitness influencer edits. And do they edit themselves? Do they only show you the good? Do they show you the bad? So I think right now what's popping off the most is authenticity. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what's selling the
100%.
most right now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just everybody's trying to show, obviously, this is cliche that I even say this because everybody knows this, but like everybody shows the good, not the bad. But now that's why I feel like IRL streaming is getting so big, is because you're literally just putting the camera on and just recording. And then guess what? Now you have an hour you know, that you have to, or 2 hours, whatever you're live streaming, whatever you're doing, and people are gonna see your true colors.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see your true colors, and you know, authenticity is what's selling right now. And I think it always has sold. You know what I'm saying? But like in the beginning of the social media game, bro, we didn't know what was what. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's
I think there's a wave. You just said it. There's a wave of people now that are getting tired of like, okay, I'm tired of looking at your fucking apps. You know, like give me some substance.
Yes.
Give me something else because I'm tired. Like I like it gets to. I guess it gets to a point that's like, forget about aesthetics. If the aesthetics comes, great, perfect. You know, but I just want to feel good with myself.
Yeah.
I want to be able to finish a 5K without dying. I want to be able to finish a mile, you know, under 8 minutes or 9 minutes. Just it's about. I think people are now more about achieving goals, like on a short-term goals, because it's mentally better. Because I guess they got tired of chasing and not getting there, and they got frustrated, and then mental health became an issue, and everybody's like beating themselves up, and now it's like substance. You know, like, and when you come up and be like, yeah, look, I tried this, I do this kind of peptides and whatnot. I can come up and look, man, like I'm almost 40 and I had to do a blood test because my testosterone was really low. So I guess that's one point we can touch about men after the age of 31, 32, 33, 34. Believe it or not, you're not producing as much testosterone as you were when you were in your 20s. So it takes a toll on you. So some of us, I outproduced none. And I didn't know that till I was 35. Then I went to get my blood done because my body was like, yo, you got to go check your testosterone levels. And my doctor was like, you have the testosterone levels of a guy that's 85 years old.
But why do you think? Is it a genetic thing or was it a lifestyle thing?
It's a lifestyle thing. It's stress. It's the way we eat. Rest, it's everything. It has to do with everything because we didn't have this kind of issues 50, 60 years ago. It is a new thing. This is the food we eat, the stress we're under it. You know, like instead of being out in the fields working with our hands, we're working from our phones. So we're not physically.
Vitamin D is such like a important, crucial factor for that.
Yeah.
And then the preaching for avoiding cholesterol at all costs, where your body uses cholesterol.
Yeah.
Like, especially as a male, to
they're like, oh, stay away from the sun this
like,
much. I'm like, bro, like there's studies showing that like actually being exposed to, not like all freaking day, but being exposed to sun is actually really helpful for you. Like,
dude, I saw something like you sun your balls and your testosterone goes up.
I mean, I'm not gonna say
I haven't tried it.
Hey.
I want.
I'm not gonna say
I gotta get
downward dog to the sun. Down dog to the sun. Sun salutations. Balls deep.
Let the sun eat your ass.
Cam, you try it first, Cam. Try it first and let us know how it goes, Cam.
I'm just gonna lay on my back and just
fucking but let's go back to but honestly, so like I think after a man after 30 for men, you guys, all men should go, like, especially if you feel like, man, I don't bounce as fast as I used to, you know, like I'm very sluggish, man. I'm putting weight even though I'm exercising the same way I used to work out before. Yes, our metabolism slows down a lot. So we have to go get our blood test done, see where testosterone levels are. Just check, do a whole panel and see what's not aligning up properly. And if you have to get in TRT, man, get on TRT. There's a lot of supplements out there that now they're boosting testosterone levels. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there for men. And it's all about doing your research. Go get your blood done. And if you see like, man, my testosterone levels are actually lower than they were last year and the previous year and the previous year, okay, so I have an issue. Let's address that issue. You know what I'm saying?
So you had your blood drawn. Your testosterone was low. What did you do?
I got on TRT.
Well, so when you got on TRT, like what is getting on TRT is? What is that?
It's basically a testosterone supplement. It's basically putting fake tests in your body.
Testosterone.
Testosterone. But let me tell you, in fucking 4 months, I was in better shape. I was like if I was 21 years old again. I was not getting as tired. I was getting great sleep. My muscle recovery was like through the roof. So I was able to push harder in my workouts again. And I'm like, oh, okay, yes, we need this. Men need this shit. You know? Then I got off because I didn't want everything to be synthetic. And then for the past 3 years, I started taking Tonga Atli and other supplements to like kind of boost my natural testosterone up. It did go up a little bit naturally. But I got on TRT again, and I feel so much better.
Well,
You guys saw the transformation.
That's what I'm asking. I know what TRT is, but like for the people like that are watching this, you know what I'm saying? What is like your routine? Like how much is your dose per week that you take, or every 2 weeks, or every month? Like what is that?
Man, I think it is different for every person. I think it varies for every guy. You know,
Yeah.
depending how much you're taking. I know I have clients that take the different dose because they go twice a week. I was doing a one shot once a week. You know, like, and it was just good enough for me. You know, and on top of that, I was doing NAD plus. And I was doing 5-amino MR. So I was doing a bunch of supplements that were helping me, like, kind of like bounce back because I was in a hole.
Yeah. So the reason I'm asking is and I'm gonna lead with this. I've seen a strong correlation between my clients that have a lot of money and are in certain places in their life that require a lot of money, the mansions, the cars, right? And I've seen a correlation with high testosterone in them versus other people their age, you know, that I don't know about the other people that are not in their same position, but like some 40, 50-year-olds that have never touched TRT, have natural high testosterone.
Yeah.
You know, when you have that high testosterone, you have a high drive.
Yes.
You know, and
your mood is different.
yeah, 100%. And I just seen, like, for example, I have 2 or 3 that I've trained, and they're like, yeah, my testosterone's through the roof. I've never been through TRT. They're multimillionaires. They wake up early. They go to sleep early. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I've seen a strong correlation with testosterone, bro. And a lot of people don't know that they're feeling down. A lot of guys don't know that their testosterone is dropping, and they don't really know. So it's like bringing awareness to going getting tested is big.
Dude, like,
If you feel down, you should fucking get tested.
yeah.
I feel like, you know.
Well,
But a lot of people would think they're just kind of like, shit, I'm depressed.
yeah. Well, but it's a huge
Your hormones are off.
yes, it's a huge correlation between your hormones being completely off and your mental health. Because if you physically don't feel well, immediately you're like, man, why am I feeling this way? Why? And so you start questioning the why. And when the why comes in, you're going down the hole.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and so I forgot the name of it, but like my doctor told me, like, no, it happens to a lot of men in their 30s. That basically your brain stops telling your testicles, like, okay, let's stop cutting the production of testosterone kind of thing. And our numbers go down. And that's why a lot of men, you see a lot of men in the 30s, like, overweight and I don't need to work out anymore. They start losing hair. They lose they lose the drive.
Vitality.
You know, like, look at all these guys who are like on social media. They're like very successful, very hard driven. Look at their bodies. Look at their like their routine. And like, it's not like, have you seen one of those guys who are like and like in front of a camera, like do this, and their energy, their presence, like, bro, those guys are like Cam, like testosterone through the roof.
Do you think there's a strong correlation between your testosterone levels and how much you swipe right?
Swipe right. For what?
I don't know.
No, I think when you
swipe left,
Like,
right,
are you
swipe right.
just horny because it's just girls?
Yeah,
How much are you swiping right, bro?
Listen, if you're swiping right, it's because you're horny as fuck. So you want to
So your testosterone levels are through the roof.
through the roof. It could be.
Then you know the TRT's working.
Yeah, I'm sure. Me, I just walk. I don't chase. I attract, baby. I don't chase. I attract.
Like
We don't chase. We attract.
Yeah. Bro, but it's also like the body fat thing. That's why
Yeah.
testosterone's so low, because the more body fat you have, the lower your testosterone's going to be.
Yeah. True.
So it kind of goes hand in hand.
We were talking about this before. Do most fitness influencers hold up? Do most fitness influencers even train clients or just film content?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Listen, bro, this is so big. This is so big for me, bro. I feel some type of way about this because, firstly, I know that most of the big fitness influencers, I'm not saying, most, they've never really trained clients in person, or maybe even done group classes. And that to me is a problem because you're designing programs and you're not even understanding like the demographic or like the average person can't do some of these things, or that you're telling them to do, like what works for that fitness influencer, it doesn't work for 95% of the population. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot, and they're making a lot of money, and I know that they've never trained a person one-on-one ever in their life.
But they're really good at sales. They're
And
great salesmen.
Yeah. It's just like the all those videos of like them doing crazy workouts with like hanging on a barbell and like it's just for clout. It's just to get seen. But
Well,
like, they
it's
don't-
like it goes back to what I was saying. Like some people don't talk about genetics and it's stuff they're done. Look, let's be honest. There's guys out there, and same with women. They are blessed by God. God was like, boop, you look like a Greek god. You look like a Greek goddess. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, social media is a great platform for me to sell and make money. What's my vehicle? My body. And they know how to market themselves so well. And no hate, though. Like, they figure out the thing, and great.
figured out
But
the
at the
game.
end of the day, like, it comes to a point that, like, okay, now, let's say social media dies. And now you have to go out there and train people one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, you have to do your research.
yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
those guys can just use ChatGPT and create your workouts for them.
ChatGPT is taking over right now. Not even gonna lie, but ChatGPT will never ever take over
It's a human-
accountability.
Accountability, and it's a human interaction.
Yeah.
Even if you're, like, I mean, you could sell a program where you're not even interactive, or you could, like, if you're coaching somebody online or just building a program for them, you're still checking in with them.
Exactly.
And, like, going off of what you're saying, the accountability. And it's a human interaction where they know that you are invested in them too.
The human connection.
You know?
The human connection, the one-on-one, the personality. You know, like, you get to understand not only your client, but you know what they're going through. And sometimes you have to, like,
You could be their savior.
yeah, man, there's people out there that, like, you legit save their lives.
Yeah.
Serve their marriages, serve their businesses.
Bro, I'll tell you guys a story. I had a client that a gay couple, you know what I'm saying, and then just he was coming in with low testosterone. I knew it, and he was taking testosterone, but he wasn't taking it, you know, weekly, or he was just forgetting, you know. And I ended up, you know, I was training him for like a year already, and I kind of knew that his significant other was doing shady stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ended up realizing or helping my client put it together that his significant other was cheating on him.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up, can you imagine you're training somebody and you're just like telling them, hey, I got to be completely honest with you. This is not Bob Guru telling you this is Duran telling you,
your friend, the
your
person
friend
that's been with you 4 times a week for the past
exactly
year.
Exactly. Like telling him like, yo, he's cheating on you. He's doing this, and this, and this. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna fix this because he was also, bro. I could keep going on, but can you imagine you telling your client that, yo, you need to literally get a divorce from your husband? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine that?
That's got weight to it.
That's
that was
like-
weighing you down, I only imagine.
Bro, I was seeing this saga, this reality TV show, this novella.
Did you save his life?
They're divorced. They're getting divorced. They don't live together anymore. Everything that I said was true. He was only staying there for the money, like, bro. And it's just I don't want to go too much in detail, obviously, but that just goes to show you, like, the trainer to client
Yeah, it's a relationship. It's real.
Is the realest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? You can never really, you could literally save people's lives.
Yeah.
1,000%.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's why I love it. I love the connection that I make. You know, me and this person, we're closer than ever now, just because, you know, it's like, it's not about a trauma bond. It's like, I was there for him, and so I understand exactly why
What he
he's
went
feeling,
through.
what he's feeling at the moment. I call him, hey, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So but can you imagine that, bro? Me one day saying, I sat him down, he was on the shoulder press machine. I'm never gonna forget, like, yo, stop being so naive. Like somebody that creates excuses, like, no, just giving the person the benefit of the doubt, and then you just tell them, like, yo, that's crazy. Anyways.
Not only that, man. When you actually, let's say you have a client that's overweight, not feeling very good about themselves, and all of a sudden start losing weight, start looking better, feel a little more confident. Now you're like, okay, the same way you're treating your body, you got to treat your company.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now not only you change their way they look physically, but their mindset too. They're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna push my company.
Yeah.
And now you're making somebody that was just a mediocre, just normal, average Joe to now becoming a CEO or starting their own company. So you change people's lives, man.
Yeah, so and by doing that, they have to be disciplined,
Yeah.
right? And this leads me to my next question. Is being disciplined just a fancy word for obsessive? Like, where's the line between dedication and dysfunction? And does the industry blur it on purpose? Or, and this is my question, like, do you need to be obsessive to get where you want in life?
Okay, so there has to be like, I want to say yes. You have to be obsessed, with the game. Like you have to be like, if you really want it, you have to go get it kind of thing. But you have to be disciplined about it. Don't be sloppy about it. Because if you're sloppy about it, you're gonna hit a lot of fucking bumps on the road, and most likely you're gonna end up just quitting half the way. But if you're obsessed with it, and you're disciplined, and you make yourself a plan, yes, you might hit a few speed bumps, but you're gonna come up on top.
I think that there's no other way that you could be successful in life by doing something, without being obsessed. Like, you have to be obsessed with what you're doing to take it to the farthest level. And the only person or example that I could use at the moment right now is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, to me, was the most obsessive. Cool. That's great. You know what I'm saying?
That's very general. For me, it's called Cam Adams. This guy died. Not once, but twice. This guy had to learn how to do everything again. How to speak, how to talk.
Yo, what did doctors tell you? Because doctors for sure
talk
told
about
you.
it. You want about being prove them wrong, sitting right in between us.
Talk about us. Talk about it. Talk about it.
What's your take on that?
Man, I remember being in the hospital bed and looking at the wall in front of me, and I couldn't read the hand clock because my brain was so scrambled that I'm like, I don't even know how to read a hand clock, which I learned probably when I was, 6 years old. And I was just sitting there by myself. Like, my parents were staying at my grandmother's place up in West Palm. So they would come down, but I would be by myself a lot of the time, And I just remember like them talking and hearing like doctors talking, nurses, and I just remember them saying like multiple times like he's not gonna be normal. Like there's a high chance that he has disabilities and functioning, like because I had double vision. So if I'm looking at this mic would be here, but this mic would also be over here. So I would run into walls. I was like, the fracture in my neck was causing half my body not to work, so they thought I was going to be like a quad. There was potential for that. And I just remember just being in my head most of the time. Like, and I don't remember a chunk of it, but I remember the constant thought, like, fuck their opinion. Like, fuck all of that. I'm going to be better than I was before. Like, it was always that. Like, that was the constant, like a broken record in my head. Like, you're going to be better than this. Like you're going to prove everybody wrong. That, for me, was the strongest thing. And I think that that's, like, the biggest driver. And that will always be the biggest driver for me. It's, like, prove everybody wrong. Prove the naysayers wrong. Or the people that believed in you, prove them fucking right.
Hell yeah. I like that.
You know?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. See?
Obsessed.
He was obsessed. He was obsessed to basically show the doctors that were saying like, oh, it's going to be quiet for the rest of his life. He was like, yeah, watch me. watch me.
Yeah.
And that he had the fire in his eyes. Like,
Look straight into the camera. Show him that fire, baby. Yo, that was the final question that I got. We vibing now.
I love it, bro. That was
I'm
actually pretty dope.
No, I'm so.
These questions were actually pretty dope. I liked it
Yeah.
a lot. I like the way that you're like, ding, 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 ding.
Nobody even knew. Nobody even knew that I'm over here. Ding,
Like-
ding, 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 ding,
There you go.
ding, ding, ding.
Mario.
Yeah, because bro, that's honestly another thing, bro. Like, you have to create a system.
Yeah.
That you have to create a system and a plan that works every time, and you could just rinse and repeat, and it has to be sustainable. For example, you're not going to be able to run 5 miles every day. You said it in your head, you're going to do 5 miles every day, but you're not going to be able to do 5 miles every day. Your body's going to break down. So make a goal that's sustainable. You know what I'm saying?
3 miles.
3 miles. 3 miles is good.
Maybe once a week, 5 miles.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so creating a sustainable goal or sustainable plan that you could progressively take every day. For example, like we started the podcast, and then we got an hour podcast, and then now I'm editing for 6 hours, 7 hours, and on top of having, to run
Full-time
2
job,
businesses,
and
you know what I'm
the
saying?
family, and the
then
kid,
the baby, and then I
everything.
gotta go fly out, and then
And on top of that, you got to work out. And you got to
you
take
know,
care
so-
of yourself too.
Yeah, so creating it's crazy because ChatGPT said this to me, like, because I've been talking more personal because of ChatGPT. So I asked ChatGPT, I was like, yo, because I had ChatGPT for 2 years. Since it came out the 3rd day, I already had it. I saw a YouTube video on it. And then the guy was like, bro, this is going to be game changing. This thing called ChatGPT. I had ChatGPT when there was no app yet. And it was very basic. And then, so all those conversations that I had with ChatGPT until it was ChatGPT 3.0, then 3.5, and then the 4.0, now that it knows you, it can remember past conversations. So it remembered a year and a half worth of conversations. And then I asked it, I was like, yo, how well do you know me? Right. And then it was like, it broke it down to the point that I was sitting in traffic in Brickell. I'm never going to forget. And I'm just like sitting there, and cars are honking at me because I'm just like reading what it's telling me about me. I've never had something or someone tell me, about me like that. And then it said that one of your biggest problems is that you could do a lot and you don't delegate. You could do a lot and you try to do everything. You spread yourself too thin. So one of the biggest steps that you need to take is to create systems to have everything that you're doing be easier, and then just so you could progressively push forward. And ChatGPT, which I named Albert. It's crazy because Nelson told me, like, you got to give it a name and it'll So I named my ChatGPT. Albert said, right now the next phase of your life is architect mode. You're in architect mode, which is you're designing the systems that are going to play out for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And these systems, I know, have to be systems that don't burn me out.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to do certain things, but you have to be smart about the plans. You know what I'm saying? So this switching thing right here, we literally did a 1 hour podcast, and that's it. I could just post it right now.
Like I said,
I don't have to cut.
You
I
gotta be
don't have to
obsessed, but you gotta be smart and disciplined about it.
You gotta be obsessed, smart,
And have
disciplined.
good people around you.
Yeah,
Good people,
1000%.
you know what I'm saying?
You know?
You feel me? We got 4 cameras in here, dog. You know what I'm saying?
And we got the mics, and we got the stands. We got the table.
And it's happened. This is our 6th podcast. So we've been doing this for 6 weeks.
And look, but imagine like when we started, how we started. We had the little mic thing and the little thing, and now the next phase was okay, the mics, and we held the mics, and then okay, the cameras, and then I got the camera, and he got the camera. Okay, now let's get the mixer. Okay, I got the mixer. Okay, now we need the mic stand. Now we need another camera. Now we need the lighting.
Dude,
So it's
it's pretty fucking crazy to think about.
These
How
are
much
6
is-
podcasts and how much we have progressed.
And it's
I
all
think,
baby steps.
yeah, baby
Yeah.
steps, right? And I think, like we have by the end of the year,
We gotta have our goal. Our goal is 100 podcasts.
yeah,
We're 6 out of 100 right now. Our goal is 100 podcasts. So like, I forgot who I heard say this. There was another podcast. Another guy was like, start a podcast. You really trying to do something? Start a podcast and do 100. See where you're at in life after the 100.
And this is just the beginning.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we want to have guests. We want to talk about a lot of stuff, how fitness and relationships come together, or fitness and business come together. So we have to bring people that are successful at both. I think interview them.
I think that we put people in Cam's chair, and then I come out and I'm the operator, and then Cam comes in my chair, the guest comes there, and I go over there, and then I put that camera and I shoot that camera from over there, and then
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Me?
I like it.
We need to have guests definitely. So, you already know, ladies and gentlemen, put it on my camera. That was that. The Reracked Podcast, episode 6. We're getting better and better. You already know. You got your boy Nelson, Cam, your boy, yours truly, Deron. We're here every week bringing you new content about fitness, about life, about everything. Okay, I'm gonna post this. This is probably gonna be the first one that I post on YouTube.
Love it.
Yeah, no edit needed. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys are watching this and you guys have any ideas, just comment. Anything you want us to talk about, you already know, baby. Like, subscribe. Let's get this money.